guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a beginner's makeup look. This is something you can do that's easy and something you can use if you're back in school, if you're going back to school, that kind of stuff, college, all that stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it. I got everything I need right here in a basket, so I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start off with primer first. Today I'm using the Alani No Pore Zone Mattifying Primer. This is actually really great because I do have oily skin. I have oily to combo skin, so I feel like this is great for that. And if you're in school and you don't want your face getting oily, this is definitely a great primer to have. Like, it will just keep the oil at bay, but it will keep your face matte at the same time. I'm just going to put that on my buffing foundation brush, which I showed you guys before, just to buff it out, just to prime ahead of time. And I really like this one because it's like lightweight, but it feels nice and light on the face, and it doesn't feel like it's soaking into your pores or anything like that, which I really love. I think it's great to use. And now I'm just going to move on to the foundation. You don't have to use foundation if you want to. You can use BB cream, a skin tint, if you want to. Tinted moisturizer. I normally use about 2 pumps because that's like enough coverage for me. I'm just using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I'm in the shade 415, which is Rose Ivory. This is actually nice. This is nice and lightweight. It doesn't feel thick and heavy on your face, which I really love about this stuff. And the coverage is really great. You can see I have a little bit of acne going on, like hormonal acne, which I deal with quite a bit, and it like just goes right over it and covers it right up, which I really do love. Oh my goodness, you can see it leaves a nice flawless finish, but it does not make the skin look like you have a lot of makeup on. Okay, now I'm going to move on to concealer. I always use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, Eraser Concealer. This is a multi-use concealer, so you can use it on your face, underneath your eyes. You can use it as a spot corrector or like covering up blemishes. I'm in the shade Fair, which is fine because I like to have really bright under eyes. You guys know I have like horrible dark circles since I was like 14, so I need something that's gonna like really cover up my dark circles and make me look more awake, especially since I don't always sleep well at night. So I'm just gonna take that same brush and blend that out, just like that. You don't have to use a lot of concealer, but just like a little dot or two if you don't want like the full coverage underneath, or if you don't feel like you need a lot to cover up your dark circles. Okay, now I'm going to move on to powder. You can use any brush you want for setting your face. First, I'm just going to do my under eyes. So I'm just going to take, normally I use a smaller brush, but I'm just going to take the same foundation brush I was using before and just set that underneath. And you'll see that bam coverage, or like brightness. And now I'm just going to take a big fluffy face brush, if I can find it. Where is it? Oh, it's kind of crazy in here. But yeah, I'm just going to take this brush again, which I used last time, and just like powder down my face. This is really great to do, especially if you want your foundation to stay in place all day, which mine does, and I definitely don't want it to like move around or transfer, so I feel like powder is essential to setting your face for the day. And I'm just using the CoverGirl True Minerals Loose Powder, so really great stuff. Love it. Might look a little bit intense, but if you just like blend it out, it will make the skin look not so harsh, and like you have that natural dewy bronze look going on. I'm gonna put a little bit more, oops, in here, because I didn't feel like I got enough in my cheek area. And a little bit on the forehead, but not too much, because I don't want to look like I'm overly tanned, but just like a nice natural bronze look. I'm going to try to blend it upwards into my hairline if I can, just to make it work. Okay, now I'm just going to move on to blush. I'm just going to use my Milani blush in Deloso Pink, which I showed last time. I use that same brush I was using for my bronzer and just like sweep it upwards. Just like that. And you'll get that natural blushy glow going on. You don't need to use a lot if you're a beginner, but these are really great because they have like enough pigment to where you can build up as much or little as you want. So I'm done with the face, and I'm gonna move on. To the eyes. I'm gonna use my Profusion Cosmetics, my Infatuation palette. This has like 21 shades, which is really great. You can use anywhere from like pinks to purple to like browns in the shade, and yeah, I'm gonna see what kind of look I want to do with this. I'm gonna need a little mirror. Oops. See what I'm doing, and the great thing about this, it comes with its own little brush. I think I'm going to use my own brush for today. Yeah, I'm going to use an eyeshadow brush like this, and I want to dip into, because it says natural or like beginner's makeup, I don't want to add that pop of color. I feel like you can if you want to, but I'm going to start off with Halo, which is like a lightish, very light shade, and I'm just gonna do that into my lid and all over. These are very pigmented, so I recommend if you're a beginner to start with a little bit and then build your way upwards to get the pigment that you want. And there's one shade. I'm gonna make that into a transition shade. I'm gonna use Gravity, which is a little bit of a pinkish purple. It's still like so pretty. Like it's not overly dark, but it will still add that pop of color. I feel like it has a little bit of a blue undertone, which is fine, but it's not super intense. And some of these shadows do have glitter in this palette, so if you don't like glitter in your eyes, you probably won't like this. Okay, so I got gel on both eyelids, and I'm just going to take a brush and sweep any fallout that happens, just like that. And now I'm just going to move on to eyeliner for the bottom lash line, and I'll move on to my top lid. I did find my brown eyeliner, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. This is just from Maybelline, the Tattoo Studio eyeliners, so these are really great to have. Just like that. You can make it a little bit less heavier than I am, but I do like mine a little bit heavier. Maybe I'll just take a brush and just like swipe underneath just to make it look less intense. Like it's not too bad, but I do prefer mine a little bit heavier. Now I'm just gonna use a liquid eyeliner, and I'm gonna use the one from Rimmel, that, what's it called? Wonder Ink liner, and just like that. I usually start from the I usually start from the inner part and work my way outwards. You could do it like outwards working in, but for me that would just mess it up for me. Okay, I'm just gonna move on to mascara. I'm just gonna use CoverGirl Lash Blast Mascara. This is good for beginners because it adds both volume and length. Okay, now I'm just gonna fill my eyebrows real quickly. I'm just gonna use my NYX Fill and Fluff eyebrow pencil. Already brush through them, and I'm just gonna start inwards. Inwards working outwards. Just until I get the desired eyebrow I want. Just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to my lips. I don't always like to wear a lipstick just because it feels a bit heavy to me. So I recommend wearing a liquid lip color, and I'm just gonna use the one from Rimmel London. This is the Stay Matte liquid lip color from Rimmel London in the color Rose and Shine. And I also have one called Pink Blank, but I like this shade as well. And these are great for back to school or like beginner's makeup because it doesn't feel like you're wearing anything heavy, but it will help add that pop of color and like have a natural color. I might have to go in and swipe my upper lip. Hold on. Okay, I just blotched my lip a little bit and cleaned it up, which is always essential if you're a beginner with like makeup to make sure you don't have too much lip product on to blotch it or to make sure it's not too thick. So this is a beginner's makeup look. Very easy to do, very fun to create, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this and I can do that for you guys. And yeah, give this video a big thumbs up if you like this look, and share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.